I think some of you, as everybody watches the TV and you're going, how did this economic recession happen? How did we get here? Has everybody here stopped and thought that? How did that happen? I'm going to go ahead and just lay it out here for you today, okay? I'm one of these sick people that reads all these things, and so I know this stuff. First off, government regulations. President Clinton and President Bush did it. Both of them did it. They changed regulations so that people like your kids could buy homes with 0% down with a 580 or less credit score. Okay? So they're out there buying homes. Now, how many people know here, how many people know of somebody who bought a house and you were thinking, uh-oh, that's not good. That's not a good idea.
It's a bad surprise.
Okay, there we go. How many people know somebody who's bought a Tahoe recently and you said, that's going to last about 2 months till you miss that payment? Okay? So government lowers regulations. So now everybody's buying houses, right? Everybody's buying them. The property value is going up. The second thing is, you might not know this, but if you get a mortgage, your bank bundles that mortgage and it sells it. This is what gets scary. In about 60 days, you're going to own it. I'll explain it to you. So 60 days later, they bundle it together. So point 3B here. They bundle it and they sell it. Where do they sell it to? Who has a mutual fund? An IRA. Who's seen your IRA go? Okay, IRA. That's the fun sound effect we have right now. Unfortunately, we don't have any money. We just have that sound effect. Okay. So what happens is your IRA, your mutual fund, you buy a conservative fund, and so that conservative fund buys AAA rated stocks. Okay? Guess what an example of a AAA rated stock is? Those mortgages. Those mortgages for that person that shouldn't be getting a house, that is in your mutual fund. That's called a mortgage-backed security. You will not hear this from the right or the left. You're going to hear it from me because I'm not running for office, okay? So, what I'm telling you is your mutual fund bought that. That is why your mutual fund is tanking, okay? Previous to Clinton and Bush, that did not happen because people that could not afford a house did not buy them.
That's right.
So now you've got 95 good loans in there and 5 that are killing everything. 5 that are toxic. 95 that are good. So it used to be a great idea for mutual funds to buy those because it wouldn't make sense not to pay a mortgage. But now they're buying them, and I'm telling you, it will happen. It will continue to happen for those people who go into foreclosure. It's not going to stop. People who shouldn't be buying houses, the more people that buy them, the worse it's going to get. I'm just telling you. So moving along here. These mortgage-backed securities then are considered to be the safest bet. Point C. One by one, these securities explode on investors. It just happened a little bit. 2007, you started seeing them. 2006, they started happening. The next thing, home values begin to decline because of foreclosures. More and more people are starting to lose the value of their home. Pension funds, mutual funds, people like you who have no idea about banks selling mortgages, wake up and your IRA is going down. The safe retirement funds begin losing their values almost overnight. We lost half of our value in less than a 4-month window of time. Unbelievable. Mortgage-backed securities then begin to fall. Next step, what happens to you once you hear that the stock market's going down? What do? You pull out. You pull it out, right? You say, I'm not messing with that. I'm pulling my money out. So when you pull your money out, okay, you pull your money out, the stocks keep going down. So now good companies, good Tulsa companies, good companies all across our country start going out of business because people are no longer buying their shares. They didn't have anything to do with mutual funds. They didn't have anything to do with mortgages. That whole diversification thing didn't work out so well. All right? So people begin pulling out of the market. Companies begin losing their value quickly. Companies begin laying off people. When you get laid off, where do you go to get your money? Unemployment? Hopefully you go to the bank first. You go to the bank, start pulling out some of your savings, right? Here's a little disturbing thing, and I'm just telling you this. I'm not trying to win friends and influence people. Just letting you know. Banks are only required to have 3% of all of your deposits on hand. 3%. That's it. Banks are only required to have 3%. So if I deposit 100, they can lend out 97. They only have to have 3. So how many people have to show up at the bank to pull out money before it's a problem? 3 out of 100? That would never happen. Oh, it did. So then President Bush hops on and says, hello, America. we've had a tough economic crisis on our hands. Okay? So he raises the FDIC level to $250,000 to guarantee that your money will be safe. Meanwhile, the banker calls up the president and says, hey, home skillet, we have no cash. We are in trouble. He hops on TV, gives you a $1 trillion stimulus package to flood with cash. But there was no regulation on it, right? So these fabulous men, I'm sure you heard about it, Barack Obama just talked about it, they spent it all. All of it. All of it's gone, they don't know where it is. All the banks spent it with no regulation. And yet again, they have 3% on hand. So here we are again, doing yet another stimulus package. Now somebody tell me what's happening to the dollar, to the value of your dollars every time we do another one of these. It keeps coming down. And I'm telling you, it's going to get worse. I'm not here to fill you full of Kool-Aid. It's not true. I'm just letting you know how it is. All right? So, moving along here. Banks begin running out of cash. The cycle continues, and here we are. Where it ends, nobody knows, but I'm going to tell you 4 things that you can do to actually benefit from this cycle.